do this? This is magnificent that they can do this. There we go. Get closer. I mean, that's good for a face-off guy. I'm not going to do better than that. Holds a little bit too late, so I'm worried that I'm not going to be able to like be accurate with it. Yeah, it's throwing, it's hooking a lot. That's why when kids ask me like what they need to do to get good at lacrosse, I always say learn to cradle and then learn to string your own stick. So the problem is if somebody else strings your stick, you can't just go to like a quick spot and just fix it real quick. But I always like having a stick that I just shoot around with a lot. So when I started playing lacrosse, I couldn't catch and throw, like I said. And in my first game, I saw the face-offs. I wrestled growing up. I did karate for like 10 years, and like I had good flexibility and I had good nervous system reaction. So when the ball was already on the ground, I figured, hey man, I don't have to catch it or anything. I can just get the ball and pull it to somebody who has skills, and you know that could be a thing that I can get used to get on the field. And my first game, I went like 3 for 3. You know, fast forward all the way to the MLL, I had a knack for face-offs, but I really didn't have a technical idea of what I was doing. I was a strength coach. That's what I went to school for. That was my profession. That was my company. But when I blew my knee out in 2011, I remember sitting there on the couch all summer and I'm watching Lizards games, and I realized for the first time how much I loved this and how much I missed playing. So I sat down and I studied the system. And I used biomechanics the way I used it in lifting, and it all started clicking. And that's where the Face Off Academy system came from. The next year I came back, 2012, best season of my life. And I taught other kids. And they all got really good. I was like, all right, this is amazing. When most people see two guys smashing together, I see basically a golf swing. I see the technique involved and all the leverage that you have to do. That's what I love about face-offs. They're so misunderstood, but there's so much that goes into that tiny few seconds of chaos that can be mimicked and tweaked and changed and constantly evolved. And that was my obsession.
Big fast break right here. See if the momentum can change.
Gurenlian, and it does. Takes it from the X to the net.
Our 6th tie of the game, and now back to the X here. And Gurenlian wins it cleanly this time as he works his way in, and an opportunity for the Lizards to go on top, and they do. Count it.
Now this is where the face-offs become so important. First point of the season for BJ Grill. Another clean face-off win for Gurenlian. And they answer within seconds. The importance of being able to win a face-off. Gurenlian wins it cleanly and feeds Dixon.
I wanted there to be community. And that was really important to me. I wanted people to have a connection to each other and to what we were trying to do. We're using face-offs to hopefully teach these kids about what it's like to be a man. And we try to lead by example. See all over Instagram all of a sudden a couple of years ago, you know, face-off squads for colleges and groups of kids in different parts of the country. And we have our national showcase, and 250 kids fly from all over North America to one spot for a weekend. And it's just an army of face-off kids. And the A obviously has a double meaning. So you have FOA and then you have Army. And the face-off Army is the coolest. And the only way you can be part of it is to check your ego. My weekly draw days are in New York. I have Long Island and I have Westchester. And the Long Island guys are great. They come and go, and some of them really care and they want to get better. Some of them just want to take reps. And I love them. But Wednesday nights, we have the Savages. When we first got started, I wanted a squad name. And it just happened so naturally because our first area was at Velocity in Elmsford, New York, inside of a baseball training center. And we had this square, kind of like a netting. It looked like a cage. No frills, there were barely lines there. And we would roll in there and these guys would train like they were getting ready for the Super Bowl every week. And then when we went live, they would tear each other apart. And it was the only way to describe it. So in the whole FO Army, yeah, these kids are pretty savage, but like, it's known now that in Westchester, New York, on Wednesday nights, that is the only place where you can see the Savage Squad. And that's where you go if you want to see the best and the most dense population of guys on a Wednesday night training face-offs that have talent. That's where you go. So that's where Savages came from, and it's the only way to describe these guys. But the thing I love the most about the Face-Off Army is that it's a family, but they actually want to get better and they're willing to be taught. And that's why I think, we have what we have and it's special. It's so special. Our kids love us and we love them because we have a relationship based on reality, telling them what they need because we care about them.